Hi everyone, my name's Britain Cline and welcome to this week's edition of Level Up from Behind the Counter by Scuba Diving Industry Magazine.
And I'm William Cline, publisher, and thanks for watching this new series where we interview retailers and kind of have a retailer to retailer chat.
That's right.
So today's a little different for our average retailer. So who's with us today?
That's right. Today we have Charlotte and Beto from Divers Den in Cairns, Australia. So it's a little far, but Charlotte and Beto, welcome to the show.
Thanks for having us here, guys.
Well, we go way back. Beto and Charlotte and I worked at Stewart Cove years ago.
That's
while
right.
you were a little kid running around the dock.
Yeah.
They were there. So we kind of have a great shared history. So I can't wait to jump into today's show.
Yeah, it's going to be a good one. But just to dive right in, this can be geared towards whoever. Could you tell us a little bit about your journey to get to where you're currently at, where you're located, and could you tell us a little bit about the size of your operation?
Well, our journey actually together started in the Bahamas, where we met William. We were there for a few years together, decided to take another opportunity in the Caribbean on the Bridge Virgin Islands, and then we got a better opportunity and we moved on to St. Lucia, to a big 5-star resort, which is a very nice operation. But we were looking for a place to settle, and we got a chance to get a sponsor to come to Australia. So that's we made a decision to move here, and we've been working for Divers Den since, and our career just progressed into the company from our start for dive instructors to managers, where you are at the moment.
And how many staff do you have there?
I manage about between 50 and 60 staffs.
Wow.
Amazing.
So do you still remember Portuguese or did you forget it all? Fala Portuguese?
I do forget some words. We do have a lot of Spanish speaker crews, so I do practice a lot of my Spanish, but Portuguese is a bit rusty, to be honest.
Oh, that's so great. So this question is, I'm going to start out with asking you first, Charlotte. Can you talk to us about some of the things you believe you do really well there at Divers Den, whether you've established these procedures or systems or whether they were there and you've modified them to your own?
Great question.
Yeah, no problem. So Cairns is a massive dive operating location. The industry here is quite different to everywhere else. The boats are very big. We have a lot of guests, and to manage that is a well-oiled machine of a lot of people working together to get, stores to the boat, linen, all of this, and managing the crew itself. So we do a good job there, but also what we try and do at Divers Den is some really good dive course instruction. So we really focus on standards and safety, and also we're one of the first PADI Eco Centers in Cairns.
Wow,
so we try and bring that sustainability edge. Yeah. So we try and bring the sustainability edge to our courses, putting aware training with the open water, and generally just, sustainable acts on the boat and literature, green fins, all of that.
Right. So how many boats do you operate?
I'll let Beto do that one. We operate three boats. A liveaboard, that's mostly like a floating hotel. It lives on the reef. We take up to 48 guests on that vessel. And two day boat vessels. One just runs a day boat trip to the reef, and one is a transfer vessel to the liveaboard. So take customers, crew, and supplies all day, every day.
That's incredible.
So the customers actually stay on the boat then, and the boat stays on station pretty much in that area. That's kind of interesting concept.
Very interesting. But thank you so much for that. Could you tell us a little bit about why someone would want to take a IDC at your facility versus other facilities?
Absolutely. Yeah, so we are a career development centre as well. There's only one other in Australia, in Sydney, which means we have 2, soon to be 3, full-time course directors on staff all the time. And I've also got quite a female biased
instructor development team. All of my staff instructors are female, as well as the upcoming course director. So we're a little bit biased there, but trying to get that 50-50 ratio going in the dive industry is our goal. And also, again, we try and put that eco edge into our training. And we're probably the only IDC I've ever heard of that does use a liveaboard for the open water training, where we spend 3 days at the Great Barrier Reef there, right on the outer reef, doing your training. Not only is it beautiful, but also I think it provides you some real world experience. So real place you're going to be maybe teaching and diving after you've qualified.
So where's your very favorite place to dive out there?
Yeah.
Ooh, that's a tricky one. I'd probably say on the outer reef, my favorite reef is Plate Top, Norman Reef, which is like a sausage reef away from the main area. And we get so many pelagics hanging around the top of the reef, as well as reef sharks and white-tip sharks just circling that outer pinnacle there. So that's probably my favorite one on the outer reef. But we do have some liveaboards that go all the way out to the Coral Sea, where we go to Osprey Reef as well, which is about an 8-hour steam away from land.
Gee,
so
wow.
those sites are pretty epic as well.
So in some of the photos we're looking at, we're seeing some of the liveaboards, we're seeing the inside. It's really amazing, your facilities. But what if you could pick 2 or 3 things that you'd like to see improved on in the future, or things you'd like to work on for the operation in general?
Question.
Oh, yeah, that's tricky. So always running such a big operation, it is quite challenging to be fully sustainable. But each year we're setting targets to meet for our whole corporation. So not just Divers Den, we're owned by a corporation that has many, many boat operations. So we're trying to set targets across all of those products, meaning we have more sustainable action going forward. So there's always room for improvement there. And maybe we're trying to get some mermaid courses going.
Oh, that's interesting.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it'll be fun. And as well, just maybe some more data sampling. So we do surveying for the reef and tourism weekly surveys, but we can always do more in terms of water sampling and data coming back from the places we go every day.
And I hear you're about to become a mermaid instructor. Correct?
Very close, yeah.
Yes.
I have my exam next week, yeah.
Very cool.
That's amazing.
And we'll be able to offer some mermaid programs on some of our island locations and some good photo shoot opportunities. Yeah, it'll be a new area for us, so it's exciting.
Well, this has been so great connecting, and we're going to see you very shortly here in just like 4 weeks, right?
That's
Brittany?
right.
Yeah, that's right. At the upcoming DEMA show. So let's talk about our next guest on this series, Britain. Who do we have lined up?
That's right. So our next guest in this series is going to be our own Brooke Speedy, manager at our friend's dive shop, Tom Laird's Underwater Service in Indiana. So stay tuned for that. It should be a great interview.
Yeah, because they own a quarry. So we're going to go from Australia to the beautiful tropical Queensland, gorgeous ocean to a quarry in Muncie, Indiana. So it's going to be a fun transition. And tomorrow on this show, our next Marketing Minutes is our very own Dan Orr. He's going to be talking about his company, Dan Orr Consulting. He's kind of a friend to everybody in our industry, so it'll be interesting to catch up and see what he's doing. So any parting words you have for us, Charlotte?
Just keep doing what you're doing, guys. This is a really interesting podcast. Really great to watch, and excited to see you guys at DEMA.
I can't wait to see you. And if we see you in the bar, drinks are on Britain.
That's right.
Sounds great.
So we'll see y'all. See y'all. See you, Beto. We'll see y'all at DEMA.
See you guys.
To the DEMA. Bye.